You wake up every morning feeling bloated. Your stomach hurts after meals. You've tried probiotics, elimination diets, even expensive supplements, but nothing seems to work long-term. What if the solution has been hiding in the ocean for millions of years? And what if this forgotten superfood could heal your gut in just 14 days? 1. The gut health crisis nobody's talking about. Modern diets have destroyed our digestive systems. Processed foods, antibiotics, and stress have wiped out the good bacteria in your gut. The result? Constant discomfort, fatigue, and even mood swings. But here's what's shocking. Most gut health advice is outdated. Probiotics alone are not enough. Your gut needs something far more powerful. The scary truth is that 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. When your gut lining is damaged, which happens to nearly everyone eating a modern diet, toxins leak into your bloodstream. This is called leaky gut syndrome, and it's behind everything from food sensitivities to autoimmune conditions. Most doctors do not test for it because there's no expensive drug to prescribe. But the damage is real, and it's making you sicker every day. Even worse, the average person's gut microbiome has 40% less diversity than our grandparents. We've literally lost entire species of beneficial bacteria that used to protect us. That's why generic probiotics often fail. They do not contain the right strains to repopulate your gut. This algae works differently. It does not just add bacteria, it creates the perfect environment for the good bacteria you still have to thrive. 2. The missing piece in gut healing. For decades, scientists overlooked a tiny organism that thrives in the ocean. It's not a probiotic. It's not a prebiotic. It's something even more foundational, a type of algae that acts like a reset button for your gut. And the best part? Your body absorbs it instantly. No waiting weeks for results. This particular algae, called Algae lactica, has been used in traditional medicine for centuries. But Western science only recently discovered its gut healing powers. What makes it special? It contains a unique combination of polysaccharides that act like molecular band-aids for your intestinal lining. These compounds form a protective gel that coats damaged areas, giving them time to heal while blocking harmful bacteria. Unlike probiotics that need to colonize your gut, which can take months, this algae starts working immediately. Within hours of consuming it, studies show it reduces inflammation markers by up to 60%. That's why people often report feeling better after just 1 or 2 doses, something that never happens with conventional gut treatments. 3. The 14-day gut reset that actually works. Imagine waking up with no bloating, no cramps, no unpredictable bathroom trips. This algae works by repairing your gut lining, the root cause of most digestive issues. Studies show it can reduce inflammation by 40% in just 2 weeks. That's faster than any probiotic on the market. The 14-day mark is not arbitrary. That's how long it takes for your gut lining to fully regenerate itself when given the right tools. This algae provides 3 critical building blocks: L-glutamine, the amino acid your gut cells crave; sulfated polysaccharides, which repair tight junctions between cells; and antioxidants that neutralize the free radicals damaging your intestinal wall. One clinical trial had shocking results. Participants with IBS saw a 73% reduction in symptoms after 2 weeks. The control group using standard treatments only improved by 22%. Even better? These benefits lasted for months after stopping supplementation, proof that this is not just masking symptoms but creating lasting healing. 4. Why your probiotics failed you. Most probiotics never reach your gut alive. Stomach acid destroys them before they can help. But this algae? It survives the journey and feeds the good bacteria you already have. It's like giving your gut ecosystem the perfect fertilizer. Most probiotic strains cannot survive stomach acid. Researchers estimate up to 90% die before reaching your intestines. Even if they survive, they often cannot establish colonies because your gut environment is too hostile. This algae changes the game by lowering intestinal pH to create the perfect conditions for good bacteria to grow. It also contains prebiotic fibers that feed existing beneficial bacteria, the ones already adapted to your unique gut environment. This is crucial because your native microbiome is like a fingerprint. No two are alike. Instead of guessing which strains you need, this algae helps your body rebuild its own ideal ecosystem. 5. The hidden toxin making your gut worse. Here's something nobody tells you. Your gut might be under attack from a common food additive. Emulsifiers, found in everything from salad dressings to protein bars, strip away your protective gut mucus. This algae forms a shield against those toxins while healing the damage. Emulsifiers like polysorbate, 80, and carboxymethylcellulose are not just an obvious junk food. They're hiding in healthy products too. Research shows these chemicals erode your gut's protective mucus layer, making it thinner than a single human hair. Once that barrier is compromised, undigested food particles and bacteria can slip into your bloodstream, triggering inflammation throughout your body. This algae contains fucoidan, a compound that stimulates mucus production while forming a temporary protective barrier. Think of it like putting a cast on a broken bone. It gives your gut the stability it needs to heal properly. People who combine this algae with an emulsifier-free diet often see results twice as fast. 6. How to tell if your gut is begging for help. Do you feel tired after meals? Get frequent headaches? Struggle with skin issues? These are all signs of a leaky gut. The good news? This algae seals those leaks fast. One woman reversed her eczema in 10 days just by adding it to her morning smoothie. Your skin is a mirror of your gut health. When toxins leak through a damaged gut lining, your body tries to expel them through your skin, hence the acne, eczema, or mysterious rashes. The same goes for post-meal fatigue. That's your immune system working overtime to deal with foreign particles in your bloodstream. The woman who reversed her eczema? Her before and after blood tests showed something remarkable. Her zonulin levels, a marker of gut permeability, dropped from severe to normal in those 10 days. Her doctor could not believe something so simple could make such a dramatic difference where prescription creams had failed for years. 7. The mistake that keeps people stuck. Most people quit too soon. They try a new supplement for 3 days and give up when they do not feel different. But gut healing is not instant. The magic happens between days 7 and 14. That's when your gut lining fully repairs itself. Healing follows a J-curve. You might feel worse before you feel better as your body releases stored toxins. Days 3 to 5 are when most people quit, mistaking this detox for the supplement not working. But push through, and by day 7, something magical happens. Your gut starts producing its own protective mucus again. This is why the 14-day commitment is crucial. The first week stops the damage. The second week rebuilds. One study found that continuing beyond 14 days led to even more benefits, like restored gut-brain communication that reduced anxiety in 68% of participants. 8. What Big Pharma does not want you to know. Drug companies make billions selling Band-Aid solutions for gut issues. Antacids, laxatives, and IBS meds do not fix the problem. They mask it. This algae is nature's answer, and it costs less than your daily coffee habit. The pharmaceutical industry spends billions convincing us that digestive discomfort is normal and requires daily medication. But antacids actually make gut damage worse long-term by reducing stomach acid you need to properly digest food. This creates a vicious cycle. More undigested food particles irritating your gut, leading to more symptoms, leading to more medication. This algae breaks that cycle by addressing the root cause. At $0. 50 per day, it's 10x cheaper than the average gut medication, with none of the side effects. No wonder Big Pharma is not funding studies on it. There's no patent potential in something nature provides freely. 9. The surprising side effect nobody expects. People who take this algae report something unexpected, better mental clarity. Why? Your gut produces 90% of your serotonin. Heal your gut, and your brain fog lifts. One study found it improved focus as effectively as prescription ADHD meds. The gut-brain connection is real. Your intestines produce more neurotransmitters than your brain does. When your gut is inflamed, it floods your system with stress hormones. This algae contains compounds that calm this second brain, which explains why users report better sleep and reduced anxiety within days. In that ADHD study, participants weren't just more focused, their impulse control improved by 41%. Researchers believe this is because the algae reduces neuroinflammation that disrupts dopamine signaling. The implications are huge. We might be treating mental health conditions from the wrong end. 10. How to spot fake algae supplements. Not all algae is created equal. Most supplements are processed with heat, which destroys the active compounds. Look for cold extracted, wild harvested varieties. Anything else is basically expensive pond scum. Most commercial algae is grown in polluted waters and processed with high heat to cut costs. These products can contain heavy metals and lose up to 80% of their active compounds. The best sources come from pristine Arctic waters where algae grows slowly, developing higher concentrations of healing compounds. Look for third-party testing for heavy metals and a cold extraction process on the label. If it does not specify these things, you're probably wasting money. One test found that cheap algae supplements contained less than 5% of the active ingredients found in properly harvested versions. 11. The 3-step morning routine for gut healing. First, take the algae on an empty stomach. Wait 20 minutes, then drink bone broth. Finish with a probiotic-rich food like sauerkraut. This combo accelerates healing faster than anything else. The 20-minute wait is crucial. It gives the algae time to form its protective gel before food arrives. Bone broth provides collagen to rebuild gut tissue, while fermented foods introduce diverse bacteria. Together, this trio works synergistically. The algae protects, the broth rebuilds, and the probiotics repopulate. For maximum effect, avoid coffee for at least an hour after. Caffeine can temporarily increase gut permeability, undoing some of the algae's benefits. Many users who follow this protocol report their lifelong coffee sensitivity disappears after about 3 weeks. 12. But I've tried everything. Will this really work? Meet James, a 45-year-old who suffered from IBS for 15 years. After 2 weeks with this algae, his symptoms vanished. His doctor was stunned. The proof? His before and after gut microbiome tests showed a complete transformation. James's story is not unique. In clinical settings, about 82% of IBS patients respond to this algae within 2 weeks. His microbiome test revealed why. His levels of Akkermansia mucinifila, a bacteria crucial for gut lining health, increased 15-fold. This strain is nearly absent in IBS sufferers but thrives when fed the specific fibers in this algae. What's most telling? Even after stopping the algae, his gut diversity remained high, proof that it had permanently changed his gut environment rather than just providing temporary relief like most treatments. 13. Why your ancestors had better gut health. Ancient coastal tribes consumed this algae regularly. They had virtually no digestive diseases. Modern science is just catching up to what traditional cultures knew all along. Anthropologists studying ancient coastal tribes found something astonishing. Their gut microbiomes contain bacterial strains that no longer exist in modern humans. These lost microbes were likely passed down through generations of algae consumption. While we cannot recover those exact strains, this algae contains the nutrients those bacteria fed on. Modern hunter-gatherer tribes who still eat this algae daily have virtually no cases of Crohn's, colitis, or IBS. Their average gut transit time? 24 hours. Exactly what gastroenterologists consider ideal. Most Americans are at 60+ hours, allowing toxins to build up and damage the intestinal wall. 14. The simple way to get started today. You do not need a prescription. You do not need expensive tests. Just 1 teaspoon of this algae powder daily can change everything. The hardest part? Waiting 2 weeks to feel like a new person. If you're tired of temporary fixes and want real gut healing, this is your answer. Stop wasting money on supplements that do not work. Try this for 14 days. Your gut will thank you. Drop a comment below if you've struggled with gut issues. I read every one. And if you found this helpful, share it with someone who needs it. Your future self will look back and say, that was the day everything changed.